Should you be able to access your superannuation to help buy your first house? The government has not long decided to define the objective of superannuation, and they've turned around and are floating the idea of allowing first home buyers to access their super fund. Now, the objective they decided on was that superannuation would provide a retirement income to either reduce the need or replace altogether the age pension. So the idea of being able to take some of your money out at age 30, for example, to put towards buying a home flies in the face of the recently decided purpose. I think one of the big issues we have today is that people want to have things so quickly. There's an instant gratification to it. At the risk of sounding a bit like an old man, I spent 11 years of my working life saving up before buying my first apartment. So, the idea that at age 22 or 23, you're desperate to get into the housing market and feel like you can't get in, well, a little patience might be needed around that. But I think far more important than that as a long-term consideration, I think the big sleeping issue of the upcoming changes to superannuation laws coming into effect on the 1st of July is the reduction in concessional contribution limits. Now, if you've been able to access your superannuation to help buy a house, the ability to put more money into superannuation later on in life is not there like it has been. What we've seen, particularly in the last 10 to 15 years, is that once people paid off their mortgage, raised their kids, they were really able to focus on putting extra savings into super. Had a bit of extra cash flow to put into their superannuation by the time they were into their 50s, and the limits used to be $100,000, then they were $50,000. Now, if you're over 50, they're $35,000. From 1 July, $25,000 is going to be the limit for everyone. So if you've gone into your super and you've taken out a large chunk in your 30s to put towards that house, gone back to just super guarantee contributions going in for a number of years, even if you're able to funnel in $25,000 a year for, let's say, 10, even 15 years, once you take out your 15% contributions tax, you're at risk of not being able to fund a decent retirement lifestyle. And to me, that is the biggest reason that accessing superannuation should not be even considered for first home buyers. What I'm thinking is that it's probably a bit of a red herring from the Treasurer. They put these out a bit before the budget just to float some of these ideas, see what a reaction they'll get. My sense is that maybe they'll put this one out there, see what the reaction is, but they're probably thinking more along the lines of changes to capital gains tax or even negative gearing to stem the number of investors that are in the property market. That's just a feeling. I might be completely wrong on that, but let's see where this takes us. Thanks for watching. If you are interested in watching more videos, click the subscribe button and keep an eye out for what's coming up next. Just going to try that again to get the volume right. I didn't have my microphone plugged in, so we'll just try and make sure we're right on the